Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Hello, welcome. It's Monday. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, Kalimera. Kalimera, Kalimera. I'll give a few minutes for everyone to come and join. I hope everyone is doing fine. Kalimera, Kalimera, everyone. Kalimera, καλή εβδομάδα. Good day. It's a brand new week as well. And also it's the end of this month as well. So we're going towards May. Right, okay. Let's have a look and see what is going on with the markets. Let's see. Right, let's zoom in a little bit. Here we are. This is Bitcoin. This is the levels that we're watching on Friday last week, 95.8. Okay, it came very, very quickly. If I go to 90 minutes, we've seen that it came very, very quickly up to 95.8. Okay, and we're expecting rejection, remember? We're expecting rejection, and I said to you guys, take profits, expect a rejection. It's not going to go in one go, let it cool off, and then we'll try a bit later. And also the next target was the 50% of these two ranges, okay, or this zone, so let's say. So that was the 50% over here. So that was around 94,100. There it is, 94,082 to be precise, but 94,100 or 94,1. It was the level that I was paying attention. Okay, and we see that kind of respecting at the very beginning. Okay, it was the area that it was acting as resistance, and then it turned around as support. But later on Sunday, we had the violation, so to say, right? It was keep on pushing to the down. Now today, Monday, so this is Asia session. What time that happened? About 4 o'clock. It makes, it does make sound, make sense. After 4 o'clock my local time is usually when I see a movement from Asia. So there it is. This is the 4 o'clock candle. This is the 5 o'clock candle. So we have a push on 5 o'clock onwards. Okay, so Asia is pushing to bring the price where it was after midnight. Okay, so this is like, let's say, the daily open, okay, not the market open, but let's say this is how Sunday open after midnight my local time. Okay, so it went down and it came back to the same levels. Okay, which is good. Asia took all this liquidity from these levels. Okay, so it came down, took liquidity, and it came back to the same position. So technically we are reclaiming again the 50%. Okay, so under the, it's a little bit more official. Okay, it's more official when you have a new week, a new session like Asia session, Asia open, that they came down, they pushed the price down, they took out some liquidity. Okay, and now they're pushing the price up again. Okay, so we up again 50% of the range. Okay, this is kind of bullish scenario that we will claim in the 50%. Okay. This is not now idle. This is not the algo running on its own. This is not people that are trying to trade on their own. You can see also, okay, I'm not here to confuse things, but you can see here also that we kind of breaking the range here. So if I move this a little bit, okay, there you have it. Move that a little bit up there. So you can see if I go to smaller time frame, let's go to 15, that you see that we're in a range, right, in the parallel channel. Okay, so this is kind of accumulation. Okay, this is accumulation. It's not horizontal accumulation, but it's a channel. Okay, so it is an accumulation, and Asia took all this liquidity. Okay, so all these positions that have been built for longs, they've been liquidated. Okay, they got out. So here we are again on the top of the channel. Okay, just reclaim 50%. And the question is, what's going to happen? Are we going to get rejected in these levels? Are we going to come back to the 50% of the channel, come back to the lower level of the channel? Well, we'll have to see. Give it an hour, and then we're going to see how Asia is going to closing down towards the open of the EU, and let's see how EU is going to react and respond. Okay, so we haven't broken yet the down channel, so to say, so we are still in the correction phase. Okay, we are dropping down from 95.8. Recently we just reclaimed the 50%, and on the smaller time frame, on the 50-minute, you can see that it's been retested as well. So you broke it, retested, and it's pushing up. You are inside the order block here, so it's going to get influence to come down again, because this is a quite strong selling order. Okay, so don't jump on your guns right now. I shall say, just wait a little bit to claim 50% of the range. It's bullish. Okay, you can see that it's claiming the levels, not rejecting below the levels. Okay, it will be not a worrying sign, not warning, but a worry sign, is that you get worried because you can't see the price reclaiming the 50%. Here we do. Okay, so it's pushing. Where are the next levels? 95.8. Okay, you claim 50%. The next level is 95.8. Would it go straight away? Maybe, maybe not. But it's got multiple levels and reasons that it's going to find some, rejections on its way up. Okay, nothing major, but as long as you stay above the 50%, then you're talking 95.8. It's going to take you maybe a couple hours, to that trade. So that's it for Bitcoin on the ranges on the bigger scale. So let's have a look on the ranges. The same story here. I had a parallel channel. Okay, same story goes here. Monday range, we cannot form yet a Monday range. Okay, so I've updated the lines. I moved them across the line. I reprint, let's say, the monthly to come out, expand a little bit further to the right. We have the weeklies. I've updated the weekly, so now this is a new week. So this is a new weekly. So this is a previous week high. 50% of the weekly is all the way down here, right? 90,464, where the weekly low is 85. Okay, so you can see that within 1 week, okay, it jumped from 85 all the way to 95. This is a 10,000 gap. Okay, big move for Bitcoin. Previous week range, it was kind of out of use, okay, because it just broke the Monday range completely and skyrocket. So people following the Monday range, it was out of plan. That's why I don't go bananas with Monday range. It's good for you to have the weekly, monthly range, but even the weekly was out of range as well. So you can see, a new week is more accurate. So yeah, we have the Monday open. This is the 3 o'clock. So this is the open. So we have a move to the down, and then we would claim the Monday open and pushing up. And this is the next resistance. Okay, so here's going to be the next resistance. A V-shape type. So here's a resistance. That might be a little bit too thin. You won't be able to see it. Let me make this a bit thicker. A stronger color. There it is. So yeah, a big V-shape rejection here. Right, so there you have it. This spike here, this is where it got rejected. Now the next one is going to be up here as an order block. Let's see how strong it's going to be. Asia is pushing. Okay, not too bad. Asia is pushing. On the bigger picture. Okay, let's have a look on the larger time frame. Right, the weekly. This is a weekly time frame, and I've loaded. I mean, if I could go to the weekly, here it is. Here's your weekly time frame, and I've loaded the weekly. Stochastic RSI, the 15-day, okay, and 30 days and 45. Look at this on the 15-day. Okay, it's Monday. Finally, it's Monday. Look at this. We have a cross up on the 15. Okay, look at that on the 7-day. We already passed the 50. Okay, the first line is 52 and rising. Okay, very sharply. So go back to the daily so we can see the price action here. There it is. Here's your daily. Okay. Now on the daily, the 15 is kind of still developing, okay? Because you're on the daily, you cannot see the cross up happening yet on the 15. But if you go to the weekly, okay, there you have it, okay? Here's your weekly time frame, and you can see that we have, okay, a cross up happening on the 15th, so which is a very bullish sign. This is a sign that all the, let's say, swing traders are looking for. Okay, not the long term yet, but the swing traders are activating. Okay, but price action was already telling you that we found support on 75. Okay, we claimed 82, we claimed 89. Okay, you are almost you got rejected 95.8, but you are attacking that 95.8. Okay, so I mean, yes, it's good for you to go on the really open time frame like the weekly and 15 days and use the indicators, but a 15-day time frame indicator like the stochastic RSI, it's a confirmation of the price action, because price action is a real thing. Okay, the price action is what is happening right now. It's a real-time indicator, so to say, or instrument. Okay, the RSI is a bit delayed, but when you have a cross-up, it's kind of confirmation rather than taking the information, oh, something's happening. It's already happening. You should be able to see this. With the G levels, you can see this a bit way quicker, that you did not break the 75, you claim 82, you claim 89, and you already reached the third level until you get a cross-up on the 15-day. Okay, but it's a confirmation that things are going very well. Look at that, the weekly is pushing up, the 15-day is pushing up, 30-day, this is where the investors are paying attention. Okay, investors that want to see the 30-day crossing up. Okay, but again, if you pay attention on the price action, PA is always real time. It's going to tell you the story. Let's go to the CME gaps. Let's have a look and see what's going on with the CME gaps. Here we are. This is a daily. We haven't filled this CME gap, so it's still outstanding for me. And you can see that we pushing to the upside. It's a delayed also chart. So this is, any moves that we have now, it has not been printed. We have to wait and see the Chicago Open later on today. Okay, give it a few hours towards the Chicago Open, and we're going to see what is going to print. Okay, so Bitcoin, there it is, a small rejection. This is the 50-minute. You see a rejection, it's tapping inside the order block. You know that you're gonna get a reaction from it. That's why I said do not jump on your guns. Wait for a little bit reaction, a little bit resistance. This is the the 50-minute. Here's the order block. That blue candle over there is your order block. So you tapped inside that order block. Okay, I used to do these back in the time. I used to do these with lovely rectangles. So there you have it. You mark the opposite candle color of the direction. So if that was a downtrend, okay, it was a bearish order block, I mark the blue one, the opposite. Okay, and this is my order block. There it is. Okay, and I had a template for it. There it is, order block. Okay, there you have it. Nice. Okay, so we are inside the order block, so you're expecting some kind of reaction, and then we'll see how strong Asia is pushing towards the end of it. Okay, so as I said, very bullish sign that you claim 50%, come back, retest the 50% and push into the upside. Wait a little bit to see what's going to happen later on. Okay, that's it for Bitcoin. Let's have a look a little bit on Ethereum. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's go to 90 minutes and let's have a look what is going on with Ethereum. Let's expand the lines to give some room. So this is our key levels, and this is in between zones, the intermediate levels. So let's expand, and you can see how the G levels are always there to help you and understand what is going on. Okay, look at that. It came all the way down, find support on 1,752, and it's got pushed all the way up. Okay, going down to 50 minutes. This is a trend line. Okay, but you need to watch this deviation. Okay, you can have this trend line as well. You can see that you only one touch, so it's not that really a solid trend line. That is a very strong deviation. I prefer to see something like this. Okay, there you have it. So you have one touch here, a deviation, came back, almost resistance here, second and third touch here, this is the fourth touch, and this is the question: are we attempting to break this? Okay, the next resistance is 1815. Okay, here's your levels: 1814.8, so yeah, 1.815. okay, your next resistance for ETH. So everything is moving, everything is very bullish. You saw the confirmations, the weekly and the 15 days are pushing to the upside, so all good, all good. Right, good morning everyone. Kalimera. Good day, Stelios. Good morning, Stefan. Kalimera, Stefan. I hope you're doing good. Well, I hope you enjoy your new employment. I hope things are much better for you. Good morning, Buddy Bubbly. The 50-day is a thing of beauty. Indeed. Right? It's giving you a confirmation for people that they don't want to jump in and out on a daily basis. Okay, a 15-day time frame, it's a good swing indicator. Okay, it's giving you confirmation, but make sure that you see this on the weekly as well. Okay, going back, if you see it on the daily, if you go to the daily, a lot of people will miss that. Okay, here's a daily time frame as a price action. Because it's extra zoomed in, you don't see the crossover happening yet. But if you go to the weekly, okay, which is what a swing trader will use, there you have it. Okay, there you have it. The first line is on the 11. Okay, make sure that everything is correct. You see, it's 15. It is always predefined. Okay, so they don't change when you change the time frames. They don't change. Okay, so this is a weekly, this is a 15-day, this is a 30-day, 45 and 60-day. Okay, going to the monthly, you see the monthly is heading down, going down to 2 months, which is a 60-day. You can see the 60-day is still, crossing down. In the bigger picture, on the 60 days, is telling you, we are pretty much on the top of the market. Okay, we may see a little bit a divergence happening, that the indicator will print down and when the price is going to spike up. Okay, but overall, the 60-day is a very heavy time frame. Don't panic, but we know the signs. Okay, we've seen the signs before. Okay, we have a bearish divergence on the 45. We even still have a bearish divergence on the 30 days. Okay, look at that. This is a high, this is a high, this is a high over here, and this is a lower high. Okay, so 30 days is going to take a very long time for the price action to react to this bearish divergence. Okay, we had a good decent correction from 109 all the way down to 75. Now it's pushing to the upside, but we'll see when the price action is going to follow. Don't panic, we just see the bigger picture that we are inside a bearish divergence, which means in a 2 months time, okay, we may see a confirmation of that divergence, that the price is going to turn around, which makes a little bit sense with my time schedule that I say that after June, July we should be careful with Bitcoin. Okay, so that will be making sense. That could be the top of the bull market. Okay, we'll see. Right, okay. Right, guys, so this is a bigger picture. We've seen ETH, we've seen Bitcoin, nice and clean. You see that the price action is moving. Asia is pushing in these areas. It wants to break. There is an imbalance here. So yeah, I'll wait a little bit. I'm not losing my patience. Here's your 15-minute time frame. You can see that this is a big range. Okay, so that was a range over here. So let me remove the order block full extension. So you see we're back in the range. That's why I say to not jump on your guns right now, because we are back to a known range. Okay, so this is a nice range. Let's see what's going to happen as we speak. Now that I'm on the charts, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with this high. Come back a little bit, retest that 50% again, perhaps, maybe, right? And see how EU and US, they're going to trade, okay? That happened in the middle of the night. Anyway, I wasn't on the charts, I was sleeping, so I'm not going to be upset or sad that I haven't missed anything, okay? My operational hours are from now onwards. So I'm looking from now onwards, to find my setups. Okay, don't be upset. Oh, look what I missed. We knew that was going down. Look at that. I mean, if you took that since Friday that we touched 95.8 and target the 50% only, you had a nice move until Saturday, and you were done. Okay. Now, if you want to monitor these levels, it's fine, but you know that in the weekends we don't get lots of volume, right? Lots of nonsense happening on the weekend. Look at that. Okay, that is Asia opening. Okay, and then they took out liquidity and put things back in place. They came back inside the range. Okay, so that was for Asia to play with. Okay, we are in a different time zone. We are between Europe and US, so we would like to see what we're going to do in the European session and the US. Okay, don't worry about what happened in Asia while you were sleeping. You were not trading, okay? You were not in business. You were not working. Your business was resting, okay? So don't be upset or sad or that you missed anything. You haven't missed anything, all right? Okay, so I'm going to wait as well. So this is a little range, okay? Nothing to panic. There it is. Here's my 15. This is the multiple, all the lows, all the highs. We are inside the range. I'll wait and see how that's going to play out. So either I'm going to wait and get at the very bottom of the range. So if I mark a range, my best interest is always, especially if I'm bullish, I'm always trying to get as low as possible on the range. And if I see a deviation, I'll grab it, okay, trying to grab as low as possible. So you may see me do a DCA, like enter at the bottom, and then if I see that it spikes and if I witness it, then I'm trying to DCA and do another opening to get an average lower than the range, come back and then continue and try to have a small advantage. But overall, yes, I mean, I want to go as low as possible. My invalidation is around these areas. I need to watch out where is the liquidity. If we're going to do a stop loss hand, liquidity hand, okay, right now liquidity is down here. It's very, very far away, so I have to be careful how I'm going to treat this. So if I'm going, let's say, long, okay, on the bottom, okay, comes back and then it's doing a small spike and then I'm trying to DCA, fine. If it comes back, fine. But if it continues, okay, and keep on breaking structure on a smaller time frame, I'm going to close this trade. Okay, I don't want to be in loss, in the negative, and I'll wait for the price to come down, take liquidity if that's the plan, if they want to do this. Okay, if I go past my validation points, I'm going to close a trade and say, hey, hold on a minute, let it go dive. Okay, let the price dive, and then I'll grab a better entry. So if it's going to go after this liquidity, then we found support down here, then I'll grab another entry, and on its way back to this 50% of the range, all that loss I'm going to have here is going to be reclaimed plus profit. And then again, I'm going to find myself, sitting on the 50% of the range, but this time I'm going to be in profit. The first attempt, the first setup is for you to be here and for you to be in profit up there. But if you lose it, don't lose faith. Let it dive, let it come down, find a new support, new bounce, and grab an entry, and then on its way back to recovery, you're going to be already in profit. So your second position, your second entry will be better than the first one if the first one doesn't work out. So if you're going to get stopped out in a trade, please don't panic. Please don't feel bad or start talking nonsense to yourself. Okay, the market is a random walk. It can go either way at any given time. Okay, so don't punish yourself. Just when you see that you're going past your validation point, close the trade. Okay, this is your validation point. Nice and simple. Okay, This is a very strong support, it used to be. Okay, so if I see that the price is going to come down here to take some liquidity and the bounce, it's all good. But if I see that it's passing that level, okay, close that trade and then let it come down and take this liquidity. And then, you know, when you see a W formation and breaking structure and turn around, grab it. And that recovery is going to pay back all your losses plus some profit. Okay, and you're going to be here in a better position. Okay, you're going to be here back resting on the 50% in advantage. Okay, it's always, you know, what you're going to do with the next step. Okay, so don't panic. Right, so as we say, we're still doing, let's say, a correction phase of the 95.8. I said that in the very beginning on Friday. When we're going to get to 95.8, please be careful, right? I'm expecting rejection. This is it, okay? This is a correction 95.8. It is not easy. It's the 50% of the G level, guys. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. Let's go to 3 hours. You can see for how long, okay, we'll be playing around this red zone. Okay, it's not easy to pass. Okay, rejection, support, lost it, came back. We did not manage to come close again. Okay, so this one is not going to be an easy one. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to take that much time, but it's not going to be like a knife on the butter on the other side as well. Now, on the 3 hours, look at that lovely wick. Okay, what does it tell you? It's like the reverse abandon candle, right? The abandon wick. You see that it's big push to the upside. So on the bigger time from like 3 hours, it's looking very bullish. Okay, 19 minutes is looking very good. Look at that. We're just inside the range. That's all. Okay, we're just inside the range. That's all. We want to see the break of the range. Okay, that's all. Right, okay, nice and clean today. Kalimera everyone, welcome. Nice and clean today. Let's have a look on other tokens as well. Let's have a look on ETH as well. You know, we said what's going to happen. You see it's tapping inside the auto block. You see a little bit small abandoned wicks on the 15 minute. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to do some recovery. Come back. It's going to do some recovery. Then it's going to push. It's going to get a push. Your main resistance is your G levels. Okay. But why I say, you know, we need to pay attention to these levels, because we know how pricing is reacting to these levels. Okay. Remember these spikes. Always don't ignore these spikes. Okay. The V type of price action, when the price action is coming down and sharply turning around, this level on its way up is going to be a rejection. So it's like a pivot, right? Rejection, right? That was support. Now it's going to be resistance. It's a pivot line. Okay. This is the easiest way for me to make things for you to be more clear. So look at that. Every time you have a spike, like a V shape, okay, it comes down, spike up, that line there, it's going to be a level that the price action is going to react in the future. So go back to 15. Okay, that V spike on the 19, look what happened here. Right, support. What happened here? It got rejected. Trying to break through, got rejected, push up. However, this buying order, it was pushing more quicker and it cleared this level faster. Okay, so if you understand this, if you know what to mark and expect how the price action is going to bounce where, it's easy for you to have your TPs on a smaller time frame, high leverage. Okay, I'm telling you, every time that the price, even is in the downtrend, okay, even's in the downtrend. So let's say the price comes down, spikes up a little bit, goes down, it's doing a little rally, comes down, rally, okay, and then there is a point that it's going to turn around. Where on the way up, where do you expect the next resistance is going to be? The same pivot line here, okay. Then when it's going to deal with this, it's going to go up. Where is going to be the next one? Here, okay, and that is going to match with an order block as well. Right, comes down, it's going to push through. Where's going to be the next one? Here, Okay, it's going to come to this level, and then it's going to get rejected, and then it's going to get clear until, until when it decides it's going to come, do the downtrend. On a downtrend now, where do you expect to see again rejections? On the other reverse V shapes. Okay, so the price is going to bounce here a little bit, and then it's going to come down. It's going to bounce here a little bit, then it's going to come down, then it's going to bounce here, and then it's going to come down and bounce here. Every V shapes, they're going to give you a rejection. Once you understand this, how price action is reacting, then you have a big advantage from the rest of the traders out there. I'm trying to keep it nice and clean and simple, honestly. Practical, simple, clean. You don't need 1,000 lines, you don't need indicators. Indicators are there to confirm your suspicion, okay? It's an aid to help you a little bit, but we know that it's a lagging indicator. We know that the data, you need past data to do the formula calculation. Okay, right, lovely. Okay, so we've seen ETH. What about ETH Bitcoin? What is going on with that pair, ETH vs Bitcoin? We're still in the big range here. Okay, small deviation. We got out there a little bit, okay, but it's coming back. So technically the last days we said that, we are in a range, okay? We are in a range. You can see that we're bouncing from the 50% of the range to the bottom to the 50% of the range, almost to the bottom. And now ETH is trying to give us a heads up that, it's trying to overperform Bitcoin, okay? So that's ETH Bitcoin, okay? XRP, what is going on with XRP? Well, everything is looking bullish. Look at that. Okay, XRP is pushing. This is a 90-minute. So it was hovering around very badly, hovering around the 90, the intermediate level between 196 and 243. 220 was the 50%, but hovering badly. Instead of being support, it was rejecting, fighting all this time, right? So that was giving you a little bit cross signal, so to say, if people didn't know how to treat this. But you can see that finally it broke and it's pushing up, it's broken to the next level. So your next resistance is 231. Okay, XRP is pushing, Bitcoin is pushing, XRP is pushing, ETH is pushing. Everything is looking very bullish. Okay, just wait and see when you're gonna break. You're gonna break a little bit the structure. Okay, SUI. Everyone was very fond of SUI the past day, so to say. This is the 15-minute. The same picture with Bitcoin, right? This is a range, and Asia came down. DVA took out liquidity. Okay, so Asia took out this liquidity, and also they took out this liquidity, tap inside this support, right, and it's pushing up. It came back and business as normal. Reclaim the 50% of the range, which is very good, very solid. So if you want to claim the 50% for advantage, if you're bullish on SUI that it's going to keep going and pushing to the upside, so that 50% is looking okay. Okay, it's looking okay for you to jump in. A small reaction, and you see that it's trying to push once again. AVAX, look at that, very strong recovery from AVAX. It's doing exactly what the Asia is doing. So let me expand this. They follow exactly the same pattern what Asia did. Asia took out some liquidity and quick recovery, and this is what we see, a quick recovery. This is a 15-minute, don't panic. Okay, here's your 90-minute. Okay, this is a line that we're paying attention. Okay, on the bigger time frame, look at that, we're paying attention to these levels. So if I go to 3 hours, okay, and 6 hours maybe. Okay, here's your 6 hours time frame, and you see lots of bodies here. Okay, and rejection areas. Okay, and that's where we found support, lost a little bit deviation, came down, cleared this imbalance on the 6 hours, and then now is reclaiming this level. So this is, AVAX is looking very bullish. It's coming back inside that channel here, that, let's say, range, that top and that bottom here. There it is. And go back to 90 minutes. Here you are. Okay, Nice and simple. Once you know how to mark the ranges, you use the high time frame to help you out. I did on the last video that I posted. What was it, on Saturday, I believe. So if you know how to mark the ranges, you can trade the ranges. Very, very simple and nicely. Okay, so AVAX is back in the range. Okay, you see what a nice bounce it had on the line on the bottom of the range, came back and now is reclaiming the range. Next target is 50%, reclaim the 50%. Next target is going to be the top of the range, and your next resistance is going to be 22. Nice and simple, nice and clean. Nice and clean. Okay, guys. Right, Bitcoin on the super small time frame, like 15. This is clean chart, no trend lines, no gangster fib. I'm using this canvas, so to say, to master the 15 minute time frame, which is I'm gonna, when it's gonna be finalized, my approach, then it's gonna go up to the lessons that is gonna be hosted on WAP. Okay, it's not gonna be on beginners. It's going to be on the agent side. Okay, so it's going to be on the intermediate side of the lessons. So we're going to have 3 years, and 3 years will have their own lessons. So rookies have their own lessons, agents will have their own lessons, and special agents going to have their own lessons. So yeah, so this is my canvas for the smaller time frame. I would like to see the 15 and 5. What is going on. You can see small ranges all over the place on the 15. Okay, don't panic. This is an observation. This is a canvas. Okay, I'm using the canvas to see what is going on with the ranges, how you can play with the ranges. Okay, this is not scalping, it's intraday setups. Okay, intraday setups. If you go to if you go all the way down to 1 minute, these candles will make sense. Okay, this is what intraday is looking for ranges to play out. The ranges, you see, it broke out the range, came back, retested a little bit above the range. Okay, and it's pushing up, and then found another accumulation consolidation area. Okay, ranging. Okay, break that, and you can see since then it's on a nice, lovely wave. It's a little bit curving. Okay, it means it's running out of steam. Okay, but wait for this is Asia time now. Asia time is getting tied up, going towards the close. They're not going to push a lot of things right now. Asia close, so we need to see what EU and US will do. Okay, give it some time. Right, speaking of which, let's have a look and do our daily scouting with the websites, and let's see the information that we can get from outside, from the charts. So here we go. Tokyo's closed. Shanghai is just about to close. EU hasn't opened yet, so we've got another 19 minutes, so to say, precise. So we've got a little bit of time, 19 minutes. Let's have a look on currency. What is the currency doing? You look at that, the currency is dropping, very, very badly on the last hour. Okay, so it's very, very dropping. So that will give a benefit to Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is pushing up right now, not because of someone is buying the Bitcoin, is because the currency is becoming weaker. Remember, we're comparing Bitcoin against dollars. So if the currency is going down, Bitcoin is going to print upwards. Okay. Index, let's have a look on the daily index. You can see that index is pushing to the upside. Okay, in general, index is looking good. Stocks, okay, it's too early for stocks. Okay, the reason why, because stocks only operate Monday to Friday, and it's not open yet in the US. So this is old data, so we need to wait. Commodities, no, we still haven't changed that. Okay, they haven't fixed that yet. So yeah, overall, Shanghai still operating for another 17 minutes. Hong Kong, we've got another hour. So with Singapore as well. So Singapore is going to close in almost 2 hours. Okay, and then we're going to have waiting to see London in 15 minutes to see what's going to happen. What do we have on the financial calendar, the economical calendar? What do we have here? Right, Cryptocraft says we have federal elections in Canada. Okay, all day long. It's yellow. Tomorrow Tuesday, we're going to have the job openings, so that is going to have some impact. It's going to affect the currency, so for sure it's going to impact us as well. Wednesday, we have the advanced GDP on a quarter basis, so that is red. That is going to be a direct impact, so we're expecting some turbulence in the area. And later on, we're going to have the PCE as well, and also it's the closing of the month as well. Okay, so exactly the last day of the month is going to be a weekday, so it's Wednesday, so we need to be careful a little bit. Okay, it's going to be some turbulence. Options and options trades, we can closing the old, some contracts are going to get expired, so we're going to have some closing and opening. Right, okay. Thursday, we got ISM manufacturer PMI. So we've got the manufacturer PMI, a little bit direct impact here. And then obviously Friday, we have the average hourly earnings, the non-farm employment, and US unemployment rate. Okay. So is that the week after we're going to have FOMC? Yep, we're going to have FOMC meeting. So when you see an unemployment rate, okay, and average earnings, a week later, usually we have a FOMC meeting, okay? So May the 7th, we're going to have turbulence, okay? We're going to have some volatility, all the good stuff, okay? So it's like this. Every 2 weeks we have turbulence, and then a week we have a kind of numbness, and then you have a week that is pushing. Okay, so last week was pushing. Let's see what this week is gonna give us. Right, we have a very quick look on the forex on the sister website. So let's have a look on the forex factor, which is based on the currency. Let's have a look on this calendar, how it's going to be direct input to the currency. So yeah, the federal election in Canada, we have a direct impact today. Tomorrow, the job openings as we're expecting, okay, CPIs, okay, PMIs, German permanent CPI as well. That is on Wednesday as well. And then Wednesday, we have the GDP, price index, PCE, and then we've got Japan on Thursday. Lots of things happening all over around the world. So we've got Japan, direct impact on the currencies, USD, unemployment claims, Australia, retail sales, medium, China, is that China, CNI, bank holiday on Friday. That's going to be interesting. And also Japan is going to have a bank holiday on Monday the 5th. So remember, towards the end of the week and on Monday, like Friday, it's going to be like a long weekend. So maybe we're not going to see much from Asia. Okay. So Friday and Monday, there's not going to be much from Asia. Okay. Maybe, perhaps. Look at that. So yeah. Well, I mean, May the 1st, it's May Day, so May Day. 1st of May. So everyone's going to be on bank holiday. We're not going to be working either. So yeah, the market's going to be a bit slow. A bit cheeky, but a bit slow. Right, okay, bubbles. Let's have a look on bubbles. Look at that. This is a weekly, don't panic. Pengu, we spoke about Pengu last week, right? That was showing up, that is, popping up. There it is. 166 on the weekly time frame. Trump 84, virtual 108, CAS 21%, SUI 61, Bonk 59. Everything is moving. Okay, everything is moving. Ray 36%, Paul 23%, HBAR 14.15, IMX 22, XMR 42, FED 20, WOW 46, Jupiter 19, Filecoin 28. Flocky 33. Look at that. I mean, everything is moving. Nice. That's a reminder now. I need to show you something. I did make an announcement on Discord, but I'm going to show you on the chart as well. On the daily, look at that. The last 24 hours. Pengu mid 46%, XMR 33, ZEC 21, Filecoin 20, Core 10, Virtual 11, WOW 18, Bonk 7. That is on the day. Okay. despite that the correction that we have, the dive on Asia and the recovery, you can see how strong things are recovering. Okay, are we anywhere close to altcoin season time frame? No, we're still here stuck on Bitcoin. This is a primary Bitcoin move. On the monthly index, we're on 31. We're improving on the 30 month. We out from the Bitcoin month. Okay, but general, April was a Bitcoin month, right? You can see that the majority of the time where it was a downtrend pushing all the way down. So April was a Bitcoin. Let's see what is going to be with May. Okay, let's see. Daily trading coins. Okay, no surprise here. Bingo. Look at that. Climbing. Very nice on the last 7 days. Let's have a look on, let's give it a 90 days. A very sharp turn for the 90 days. Look at that. Okay, the last 3 months. It's doing quite well lately. So, CoinGecko is talking about ABT, BTC, Ethereum, Filecoin, Bingo, Render, hello Render, Sui, Tau, Trump, Virtual World, XDC, okay, XMR and XRP. So ISA tokens are on the move. CoinMarketCap talks about Ergo, Bunk, CSPR, Deep, HBAR, IOTA, other ISA tokens here, HBAR, IOTA, Pengu and XRP. Daily top winners, we got Casper Network, CSPR, Pengu, we got Unipoly, UNP and XMR. Okay, so on the day, look at these numbers on the day. 59% on CSPR, 45% on Pengu, 52 on UNP and 33 on XMR Monero. Right, high trading volume tokens is Cetus, Compound, Deep, Bingo, RUP with and Zcash. Okay, and our Stephen Federate token, Pi Network. Okay, all in the red, and everyone's recovering except Pi, 0.8% on the hour. Okay, minus 1.5 on the 24 hours, where the rest of the guys here are doing like 45s and 15s and 19s and 20s. Look at that, 59, 45, 52, 32. Pi minus 1.5. There you have it. Okay. Right, let's go to 12 hours. Let's have a look on the 12 hours. What are we doing with the 12 hours? Look at that. We've got kites on the sky. A bit windy. Look at that. 59 the average. 59.4, ladies and gentlemen. The average is all going high up. Is it going to be the end of it? I just doubt it. I don't think it's going to be the end of it. AI 16. Let me zoom in and make it a bit bigger for you to see. There it is. Okay, I don't want to overdo it, but I want you to be able to see the lettering. So yeah, Trump is pushing, Filecoin is pushing, Tau is pushing, Wave is pushing. Hello Wave, Bonk. Right, Popcat. Look at that, meme coins are waking up. Virtual, Say, AI 16. Okay, Peanut, Audi, Bread is pushing. BMT is on his way down. Ape is pushing, Goat is pushing, Alpaca is on the way. I mean, last week Alpaca was doing fabulous, right? But now it has to do a correction. Boom, AI, XBT, Jelly, watch out for the Jelly. Be careful, it burned a lot of people last month. ARC, Griffin, IOTA, Triple V's, all pushing on the 12 hours. Chill guy, look at that. Go down to 1 hour and look at this, 54 the average and still pushing. Okay, on the hour we're still pushing, which is very good. Look at that. Filecoin, Tau, Popcat, Pengu, Virtual, AI 16, all of them are on the move. Okay, good recovery from Asia. Everything is moving. Okay, right. Open interest 119 billion. Okay, that's cool. A little bit to the negative, but not that badly. Minus 183. It's a correction. It's fine. It's the correction that we've seen from 95.8. It's cool. Right. Gold futures going down almost 1%. Okay. US dollar index is going a little bit stable, 0.09. Bitcoin dominance dropping 0.2, not drastically. Free and greedy index 54. We're going to see that in a little while. Liquidity 177 million. It's not a big number. It's taking out a little bit the longs, but 0.08 is not a number that we need to be concerned. Okay, Bitcoin season, yeah, obviously we're not in Bitcoin 16. Average is 53.79. Really nice. Okay, go down to 15 minutes. Who's doing more than 4% on the 15 minutes? Give it a few seconds to realign. Okay, gainers and losers. FWalk 4% is on the move, 38 million. Okay, House, I don't know what that is. Alpaca, there it is. Alpaca 2.8 billion. Okay, watch for that because it was doing some correction. Maybe now it's going to push on the 15 minute. So watch out. Is this a rally or is it a primary move? Go to 30 minutes if you want to have a look. ARC is on the move. Where's Stelios? Stelios, ARC is on the move. FWalk, cake, comma, dash. You get the idea. Okay. Another chart that I like to look, it's the visual screener. And I like to go to price change and volume change, and look at that. Chill guy is super hot. High level, high numbers on the volume change, high numbers on the price change as well. Okay, anything to the far right and further up. Okay, so it's like a 2 axis. It's a good thing for us to monitor. Chill, ZEC is looking very good. XMR, virtual. Look at these guys. Okay, AI XPT there. Look at that. These are the guys that are pushing. If you want to go and have a look on volume change and open interest, okay. Again, the further to the top and further to the right are the ones that you want to have a big look at that. Chill guy, you have a very strong volume change. Okay, look at that. Put the cursor on the name, and you can see the open interest. It's 0.01. There's no more push on the open interest, but the volume did change by 1,733%. Okay, and XMR, look at that. We have a very big, I believe, open interest. Look at here it is. We have a big, open interest is only 8%, but volume change at 104. Okay, it's small scale here. On the right, you can see the open interest on the right is the only furthest. It's only 10%, but that's what we got now on this scale on the 15 minute. Okay, if you want to look on the 1 hour, a little bit more, let's say, less noisier. On the 1 hour, you can see cake is on the move. XMR still here. BR, USDC. Okay, volume change. So it's a lot of volume trading here at USDC. Why? Because inside the European economical zone, you cannot trade Tether. So the next option is USDC. So we see volume there. This is good. Okay. So yeah, play around with this little chart here. It's going to be really good. Okay, look at that. The further to the right, the further to the top are the ones that you should be interested in this area. Look at that. AI 16 is here, ARC is here, Dash is here, Cake is here, right? Comma, virtual AI XPT. This is a very good, nice, lovely heads up chart. Okay. Bitcoin liquidation, this is a reminder, please be careful with your high leverage, including myself. Okay, 50x, that I do on the smaller time frame. I do this on the 15. I'm not going to be very exposed, but look, this is a reminder. You need to be extra cautious. I'm only using 50x on Bitcoin on smaller time frames. Okay, I'm not doing, let's say, day trading or swing trading with a 50x. No way. Okay, but I do 15 and 5 minute 50x leverage just to catch some profits nice and quick. Let's have a look. Oh, this website is working today. Free and greedy index 54 today, 61 yesterday, very greedy yesterday. And you look what happened today with Asia Open, right? Yesterday was really greedy and Asia dumped it. Okay, they took out liquidity. That's when you need to understand that when you are super greedy, you need to watch out. Okay, when you see big numbers, it's time. Okay, look what happened with Asia. Now it's neutral. Okay, no problem, it's neutral, it's okay, it's fine, cool. That's it from the external sources. Okay, look at that. Bitcoin is still pushing. Okay, look at this. We're out of the range. Okay, I missed my opportunity. It's okay. I'll wait. I'm not gonna be in a rush. We have age. We got the EU opening right now. We're gonna have some time, and then later on we're gonna have the US Open. Now, today's session about the Echo of the Minds. I wanted so much to do this Monday, but unfortunately I have a production again, so I'm going to be far away from home, from the city. So I'm going to be on the other side of the island to do a production. The production starts 7 o'clock local time. By the time I finish, it's going to be around about 10 o'clock my local time. By the time I get back home, it's going to be 11, so it's going to be a bit too late for you guys. I don't want to overdo it for you as well. So it's supposed to be around 9 o'clock my local time, 10 o'clock, and go all the way to midnight. That will give a little bit time for EU and a little bit ahead for Asia, US as well, to be afternoon. But yeah, we're not going to do it this time, but I promise you we're going to come back on this Echo of the Minds, because it's a very, very important time of the week that we need to gather and speak, and talk and have a nice, lovely conversation outside of trading. Okay, how we're dealing with our lives and stuff like that. We need that pressure release valve. Okay, once in a week. So maybe I'm going to catch up in another day. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to try to be with live trade hunting, and especially on the US Open. I'm trying to be around the US Open, okay, around that time. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for today. All right, I don't want to keep it very long. Just about an hour. I think it's more than enough. We covered all of it. Okay, let me go to the empty canvas. That's what I wanted to show you guys. So let's go to the 15 days on any token. Doesn't matter what it is. So here it is. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my watch list. Okay, I'm going to go to the intelligence Bybit. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay, right, 15 days, and I'm going to bring the indicators. Okay, which is going to be stochastic RSI, RSI, and ASO. Okay, look at that. On the 15 day on Bitcoin, we have a cross up. Okay, let's bring another token. Okay, this token doesn't have enough information, but you see that the first line is way above the slow line. Okay, 17, 16 the first line, 5.6 is a slow. Technically it's a cross up. Okay, on that PRCL token. Next one, XMR. Look at that, a cross up. Okay, on the 15 days. I can go to the weekly. So what I'm going to do, I'll try to manipulate a little bit. So let me give me the 15 day, but I'm going to look on the weekly. So here's your, I have to do for everything. That's not gonna work for everyone here, because ASO doesn't have time frames. No, doesn't got time frame for ASO. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the 15 days then. It's not too bad on the weekly, but you get the idea that we got a cross up on the 15. I can do it on the 15, it's fine. Let's do it on the 15. So we have the ASO following us. It's good for ASO to follow us as well. So let me put this back. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the 15 days. Cross up on the stochastic RSI. RSI is pushing up. And look at that, the blue line is still pushing. Okay. XMR, it's been going for some time. Look at that, a cross up as low as possible, and since then it hasn't looked back. Okay, this parabolic state. Okay, don't go bananas, but you get the idea. Okay, right. Okay, next, chill guy. Look at that, at the very bottom you see the engulfing candles. Not enough information for 15 days. ZEC, cross up, RSI, turning around. Okay, you need to see a little bit with ASO because you're still in a range. It's not very clear, but you got to cross up on the 15 days. Okay, RSI is still heading up, trying to deal with 50%. You see some of that previous negative delta, a big strong sell, but you see we have a positive delta volumes coming in for ZEC. Let's have a look and see what ZEC is going to do. Look at this one, Griffin turning around, Coma turning around. Not enough data to get the 15 days because these are new tokens. Never mind. Look at that Virtual. Okay, look at these Alpaca. Okay, a cross up. Okay, AI XPT. Look at that. Engulfing candle on the previous, so this is a good sign. Okay, Flock, look at that, engulfed completely. Okay, Broccoli, okay, not enough data, it's trying to push. PP, I mean these tokens, guys, they don't have enough data for us to give it a 15. But if I go to the focus, which is the top 30 tokens, which is going to be all tokens, we know that we're going to have instead of, I go to focus and I go to true utility. So let's go to top 10. Look at that. Matic, a cross up. Okay, cross up, pushing up. Dot, cross up. RSI pushing up. Near, cross up. RSI pushing up. This is the 15 days, guys. Link, cross up. RSI pushing up. Okay, AVAX, cross up. RSI pushing up. Okay, ETH, cross up, RSI pushing up. Okay, look what happened on the previous time. A cross up, it start moving from here, claim almost 3 levels. Okay, found rejection on the 3rd level. Okay, then you got a cross down, and look at that dip correction. Now we've got another cross up. Let's see how far we can go. Okay, Solana, a cross up, RSI pushing up. Okay, BNB, a cross up, RSI pushing up. ADA, almost a cross up. We're getting this engulfing candle, RSI pushing up. Bitcoin cross up, RSI pushing up, engulf the previous candle. IMX cross up. Theta cross up. Algo cross up. ARB cross up. Atom going there. CRO cross up. ICP cross up. RV cross up. MKR already moving. Okay, it's having the 3rd cross up. Sonic, new, we don't have enough data. Wax, cross up. Mana, cross up. ZRX, cross up. Sand, getting for cross up. A, we just got a cross up. Injective, cross up. Jupiter, cross up. Okay, Illivium, I bet we're going to have a cross up. Here it is. Audio, cross up. Gala, even Gala is giving a cross up. Okay, look at that Gala. Do we get an engulfing candle? Yes, we got an engulfing candle. Completely took out the previous candle. Okay, on the 15. Okay, guys, so overall we see that the market is turning. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you. That on the 15 minutes on the swing trading, people are getting prepared. Okay, price action already spoken, but it is not too late. Okay, it is not too late. Wait until you see the 15-day going all the way up. Okay, this is kind of, guys, the I can say this is gonna be, I hope it's gonna be the last push on Bitcoin. So let me go to monthly. Okay, let's have a look on the monthly on Bitcoin, and let me remove a little bit of the noise for the time being. So I'm gonna hide some stuff here. It's okay. I mean, I'm gonna remove your things here, or even I could go to the empty canvas. Okay, I'm gonna go to the empty canvas, and then I'm gonna go to the red line, go to Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm going to use another Bitcoin. So let's go to Coinbase, because I haven't marked Bitcoin there. So let's go to Coinbase, or any yeah, this is Coinbase. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring what other indicators here? So on the monthly, on the fifth, this is a 15 day, which is good. Let's go to the monthly. Right, okay. Okay, we have the wave trend, the green line being above the red line, which is kind of, we're getting into the parabolic state. Okay, we've got ASO turning around, it's pushing up. This is big time frames now, monthly. Okay, RSI, you can see that it's doing sharp turn to the upside. Okay, let's see if the RSI finally on the last push or the last move, we're going to go to the extreme highs. Okay, when we're going to see RSI on the monthly to be extreme high, that will be the end of the bull market. Okay, but I need to clear these levels here. Okay, we need to deal with this guys here. That was a support. Okay, so let's hope that we're going to see the monthly going all the way up. I also have, the stochastic RSI still needs to turn around. Okay, this is the monthly now, don't panic. DMI 37, so it's telling you that, volatility was picking up. Okay, so it was picking up, resting a little bit, and then let's see if we're going to get a new volatility. And also we would like for the DMI on the bigger picture, on the monthly, we would like to see that it's going to turn around. Okay, we would like to see the monthly turn around, and you can see that the sellers are stepping away from it, so to say. Okay, on the monthly. You can see the DMI that the blue is above, so the buyers are in control. The sellers will show up now and then, the bells will show up here and took some profits, but it's not in charge. Okay, they're not in charge. On the TDI index, I got the red line that, let's say that we found a bounce, like a support on the middle of the cloud, and we are turning around. When we're going to get a cross up, that is going to be a nice, very strong bullish shine, and then we're going to see a move to the upside, a strong move to the upside. When I get these red line outside of the cloud, like here, then it's going to be the parabolic phase of Bitcoin on the monthly. Okay, let's front run a little bit and have a look on the 15. 15 at the very bottom of the cloud, we're turning around. This is a very bullish shine. I would like to see red crossing above the green on the 15 is already looking very nicely. Front running the monthly. This is a very bullish shine, and then I need these two lines, the green and the red, to go above the yellow, the 50% of the cloud. Okay, so the next few following days, weeks, I want to see these two guys go above the 50% of the cloud. So on the 15 is looking good. The red line here reached the bottom, turning around, heading to the sky. This is a very nice move on the 15. Cross up on the stochastic RSI. Look at this. You can see here also on the 15 that the bears are turning around. Okay, and you see that the buyers are stepping in. DMI is dropping from, let's say, 40 to 33, but it's going to turn, it's going to curve around. Okay, so this is the volatility index, the ADX, not a directional indicator. Okay, just telling you the strength. Anything above 20-25 is a strong move. We are on 33, so these are going to be strong moves. DMI is looking very good. RSI is looking beautiful. Look at that rejection on the same previous support, so that is good. Also the stochastic RSI in the 15 and monthly, I would like to see them again on the extreme highs. When I get RSI and stochastic RSI on the extreme overbought, that will be the sign of top of the market, especially on the monthly. Okay, this is the 15 minutes to front run. ASO, the positive still above, we just see a turn. This is a mirror image, so the harder that's going to turn, the same thing is going to happen with the pink, it's going to be, well, purple. It's the opposite. Okay, and wave trend, which is another lovely indicator, is turning around, which is good. So it's telling me that maybe we're going to get a push. When the wave trend is turning around, it's very bullish, especially when it goes above the red line. It goes parabolic, it goes bananas every time that goes above. Okay, the price action is really moving strongly. So you can see that the wave trend was pushing to the upside. Okay, and the last candles here, these 3 candles, is when the wave trend passed the red line. You can see that very strong. When wave trend was turning around, that was a correction. When we're pushing up again, you see a strong moves. Okay, the strong moves happen after that we passed the wave trend, is pushing to the upside, and now we're heading up. And look at that nice strong move to the upside. I mean, look at that on the 15 days, guys. Look at that. What do we see on Bitcoin? Okay, if someone's telling me that he's not bullish on Bitcoin, he must be mad. Okay, obviously we need to break structure, of course, but come on, guys. Okay, we're still in an uptrend. Okay, a very strong engulfing candle on the 15 minutes. Look at that, 15 days, sorry. Look at that, how it engulfed the previous candles. Okay, so it took 2 candles, and it's going to take the 3rd one as well. Okay, right, so that's what I wanted to show you, to give you a little bit, the broader picture. Okay, it's Friday, it's Monday today. We've seen the bigger time frames. Sometimes it is crucial for us to see, what is going on the bigger picture, for us to pay attention. This is EU opening. Look at that. Asia is closing towards close. And look at that. It's coming down to our range. That's why I say, guys, do not jump on your guns. Wait for EU to open. We're going inside the imbalance. Let's have a look if we're going to respect the range. Okay, do not panic. It's respecting the range. You can see here that it came down, bounced a little bit, rejecting here. This is the opening. This is looking good. Okay, respecting the top of the range. Okay, that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you to have a lovely day. Okay, enjoy the rest of the week. Take things slowly, take your time, align yourself with the charts, and when you feel ready, go in. Okay, don't jump into things that don't make sense to you. It's not point. And I'm going to keep you posted inside the Discord. Okay, I'm going to open a long trade on Bitcoin, and then I shall see you all guys tomorrow on the next market update, and also during the day inside the Discord. Right, that's it from me, guys. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of the day. Trade safe, be safe. The charts, the TA. You've been long enough around the CIA. You know how to TA. Okay, you need to exercise your protocol of an engagement, so to say, right? You need to engage into trades. The TA. Now you need to apply the conditions correctly, exercise the conditions. Okay, you know how to trade. I trust you, I believe in you. So you've been long enough around here. You know how I trade. I know how I chart. You know how I chart. So you should be good, right? Okay, guys, that's it from me. Have a lovely day. I'll see you on later. Take care.